We're going to talk about this next topic. We meant to talk about it yesterday, got into a heated discussion about LuLaRoe.
Oh,
By the way, we saw your comments. We're following up on that story and trying to get more information. But talk to us about this letter that came out.
So husband and wives, people who live together, roommates, they all have issues when it comes to what to do in the bathroom and personal hygiene, who uses what, who leaves things where. Well, a husband in Brisbane, Australia, wrote his wife a letter about his issues with her personal hygiene habits in their bathroom. He gets into detail, so I want to read you some of this. He says, babe, can you remember 20 days ago you said, babe, I know my bathroom habits really pee you off, but I'm going to change this year, I promise. Unfortunately, not much has changed. In fact, it's worse, to the point that now I suffer from bathroom surprise anxiety. Okay, it got deep for him. And this is a page-long memo. Okay, you guys are looking at it right now. One of the things he mentions is the toothpaste. How effing hard is it to put the lid back on the tube so that when the next person, i.e. me, comes along to use it, it's not dry and congealed like roadkill? Okay, who hasn't had that happen?
Right.
Right. That's why you have to get the toothpaste that doesn't have the screw on, screw off. It's just the clicky lid.
Right.
Listen, when I moved in with Caesar and we moved in together after getting married, no real religious reasons. It was just one of those things, we lived apart and then got married and lived together. So it was the sort of people were saying to me, like, be very aware this could ruin your relationship. Like, you're already married and then you're going to move in with them. My mom's like, I did it. Everyone in my generation did that. You're going to be fine. So there are little things like shavings that he leaves.
He does
all
mention
over the
this
place
too.
that are very irritating. But you just have to learn how to adjust and do things that are going to make you less frustrated. Like when I go purchase the toothpaste, I intentionally don't get the twist on and off because he will leave that or even out. I'm not perfect. I may leave it on and off and that bothers him. So the clicky one works.
Oh my God. But then when you have the clicky one, you have to have somebody roll up the bottom.
Yeah.
So, because it is so frustrating when somebody just looks like they pounded their fist in the middle of it. And I'm like, what is this?
Yeah.
But now living alone, I've realized that I really enjoy it.
Right.
Like I thought that I
And
enjoyed the
longer
comfort of
you
living
live.
with my parents, but living on my own is kind of awesome.
Oh, everything's
Nobody
your
is
way.
there to worry about what I'm doing. If I hang my clothes up to dry in the shower, who cares?
Yeah. No
I
one's there.
don't.
Yeah.
What else? Married life?
You're like, wait a minute.
I don't know if I can do this,
I mean,
but no.
what's your experience?
I get home around 11:45, noonish,
Okay.
and it's always been a crazy morning. Wife has things going on. 2 kids have things going on. The dog has things going on.
course.
And I have not been there all morning, so I kind of go into this hurricane every single day.
Right.
But you have to understand, it's understandable. I mean, sometimes you don't live that person's life. If, for example, if your wife does not hang up the towel or the bathrobe or whatever, you weren't there maybe when that was happening. So maybe they were in a rush. They're doing things maybe to help the family, get the kid to preschool, or they had to go work or something like that. So you always have to approach these things with the sense of, I wasn't there, I forgive you. It's probably some explanation for that. With that said, there is no explanation whatsoever why my wife cannot close the cabinets in the kitchen. I mean, they are wide open. Now, I'm not a tall guy. On my driver's license, I put 6 feet because I always wanted to be 6 feet, and they don't really check that kind of thing, but I'm not 6 feet. I'm very close. But man, they come out and they got all these sharp angles, and I'm all dodging them every single time. So you can forgive a lot, but you can never forgive the kitchen cabinets open all the time. It's just not, you just can't forgive that.
Oh, Kimberly Morgan, my husband isn't off the hook. He always leaves dental floss on the counter.
That's so gross.
You mean just the pack or used piece of floss?
My dad leaves used floss.
And that's
Oh my gosh.
disgusting.
It is disgusting. I don't know how my mom deals with
You're
that.
going in between and hitting the gums, and there's potential blood residue on there from hitting the, I mean, let's be real, and food, and then you go, and Caesar will go like this, and it misses the trash can, so then it's on the floor, and then it gets hard because it's crusty, and then I'm the one picking it up.
I
It's
can't.
disgusting.
You guys ready for this one? Because this is probably the grossest but funniest one on the list.
Okay.
It's called the flush. Contrary to your belief that flush is the term describing a winning hand in poker, the flush is also a plumbing term. Look it up and practice it.
But who? I mean, maybe that's. It's a TMI. Like it's maybe like happen once in a while if like you're going tinkle and then like hop in the shower.
I have to be with somebody who can handle those issues. So if something is clogged, I need you to unclog it. I don't think I'm gonna do it.
Oh, you're gonna,
I'm gonna need to hand that over.
Yes, of course. But you gotta just train them, okay? I'm just gonna like, you gotta train them.
Okay, let's just point out one thing.
Yeah.
Bathroom is like the concentrated ills of humanity happening. Just because the bathroom, it's not like nothing.
That's where you wipe the dirt off
happening
of you
in the bathroom, right? Things are just you're maintaining the human body, which is kind of a messy process. Exactly.
You're right.
But I think when I read that note, I was like, you know what? This is your classic passive-aggressive note, right? It's like, you know, like there's some businesses and you're like, oh, it's one of those. Because there's like the notes everywhere.
Yes.
Like, we pay for this heat, please close the door. Like, you don't live here. Or like all these things are like, oh boy, here we go. It's going to be one of these kinds of places. So there was a lot of joking around, hardy, har, but a lot of like, you could just highlight what he's trying to get at.
Just
in
been
all
together
of those
for
things.
8 years.
Exactly.
Specifically 416 weeks. And she only emptied the trash bin one time.
Ew. He's just like, he's bothering
He's petty.
me. He's very petty.
What?
What's wrong with she should empty out the trash?
No,
she
should.
should.
No. The way in which the passive
But
aggressiveness.
there's so many
Why
bullet
blast
points.
her?
I think it's adorable. I think it's cute. I'm thinking about writing the same note. But you know what the best part is? I don't need to because my wife's probably watching this show, so I'm going to come home to a different kind of hurricane today.
Oh.
That's on you, boo.
That was good.
You could have stayed silent like Stormy, but you didn't.
Right.
Oh.
Right. For better or worse, I say stuff, you know?
Well, you have to sign your memo just like he did. I love you very
Your
much.
husband.
Please change your bathroom habits.
I want to see her letter down.
PassiveAggressiveNotes.com.
If Caesar tries to get passive aggressive, use your words. Tell me what you want to say. Like don't beat around the bush.
Crazy.
What is it you're trying to say? So anyways, what we're trying to say is we're out of here because the music's on. We have a 9 o'clock show on television coming up with Kirsten and you as well. You're going to be talking about more of the Stormy stuff, right?
Yes.
Stormy stuff. What is this
Stormy
world?
all day.
All right, everyone. Have a good one. We'll see you back here on Extra Shot 8:15 tomorrow on Facebook Live.
Yeah.